जो 1860 में थे, 1861 में थे, 62 में थे, ये 100 साल पुराने कानून जो इस देश में चलते रहे थे, उन कानूनों के कारण से लोगों में तकलीफ थी। अब जैसे पहले में अभी चर्चा कर रहे थे कि सेल्स टैक्स का कानून था, वो सारे कानूनों में जहाँ जहाँ इंस्पेक्टर राज कायम था, इसमें भी इंस्पेक्टर राज काम पर लगाम लगेगी, क्योंकि कानून बन गया है, जिस दिन पेश होगा रात को 12 बजे से लागू हो जाएगा, तो वसूली का काम हो जाएगा। वरना अगर ये गैप रहता तो कुछ जगह वसूल होता, कुछ जगह वसूल नहीं होता। तो टैक्स को सरलीकरण करने के लिए और टैक्स के सिस्टम को ठीक करने के लिए और इसमें किसी प्रकार की चूक नहीं रहे, इसके लिए ये कानून लाया गया है। माननीय उपसभापति महोदय, मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था में जो सुधार हुआ है, जो प्रगति हुई है, उसके कारण इन टैक्सेस के बिलों का सुधार, इनमें संशोधन और नए टैक्स बिल लाने का काम जो माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हुआ है, उसके कारण से भारत की आर्थिक स्थिति पर फर्क पड़ा है। माननीय उपसभापति महोदय, आज 606 अरब डॉलर का हमारा विदेशी मुद्रा का कोष हो गया। आज 7.2% से हमारी जीडीपी की डेट बढ़ रही है। आज सारी दुनिया कह रही है 11 अरब डॉलर के हमने मोबाइल फोन एक्सपोर्ट किए हैं। हमारा एक्सपोर्ट दुगना हो गया है। हमारे टैक्स वसूली बढ़ गई है। राज्यों की जो माली हालत खराब हो रही थी, भारत सरकार के टैक्सों के वसूल करने कारण से और उनको नियमित समय पर एक सिस्टम के माध्यम से उनके पास जाने के कारण से आज कोई भी राज्य सरकार ये शिकायत करने नहीं आती कि भारत सरकार से हमारा पैसा नहीं मिला है। ऑटोमेटिक सिस्टम लागू कर दिया। तो ये कर व्यवस्था, कर प्रणाली और धन का जो सिस्टम मोदी सरकार ने लागू किया है, वो लागू करने का काम अपने आप में आर्थिक सुधारों को और आर्थिक को गति देने वाला काम है। तो इसमें सभापति महोदय गति भी है और मति भी है। मति तो है ये बिल लाना और गति है उसको वसूल करना। तो गति मति से युक्त ये जो सरकार है वो सारा काम कर रही है। इसलिए ये जो बिल माननीय मंत्री महोदया लेकर आई हैं, मैं इस बिल का पूर्ण समर्थन करता हूं और ये बिल पूर्णतः ठीक है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद माननीय घनश्याम तिवारी जी। माननीय श्री अयोध्या रामी रेड्डी आला।
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. I rise to support this bill, Provisional Collection of Taxes Bill 2023. This bill is very timely and it addresses the critical gap in our fiscal framework. This bill safeguards the fair and efficient implementation of tax policies. Sir, as we all know, adjustments to income tax and corporate tax rates are announced in the budget and they take effect from the 1st of April of the year. However, changes in customs and excise duties, often crucial for managing our imports and exports, occur swiftly. This temporary discrepancy in the absence of this bill could create fertile ground for speculators to exploit, manipulate markets and jeopardize economic stability. The Provisional Collection of Taxes Bill stands against such nefarious activities. It empowers the government to implement provisions related to customs and excise duties with immediate, though temporary, in effect. Let me be clear, we on behalf of our party, YSR Congress Party, support this bill. This bill stems not from a mere desire to plug a technical gap, but from a deep commitment to uphold the very principles of fair and honest taxation. There are few positives of this bill, sir. This curbs the speculative activities. The bill addresses the gap between the income tax, corporate taxes, and the immediate midnight implementation of customs excise duty changes. This prevents speculation and manipulation based on anticipated duty charges before the full finance bill is passed. This provides clarity and certainty on immediate implementation of duty changes and creates transparency for business and individuals, allowing them to adjust plans and operations without ambiguity. This upholds fairness speculative activities driven by duty changes can distort markets and disadvantage honest business people. This bill helps level playing field and ensures fair practices across the board. It also protects the economic stability. Uncontrolled speculation on anticipated duty changes can lead to market fluctuations and potentially destabilize the economy. This bill acts as a safeguard and against such economic disruptions. This also modernizes the existing framework, replacing the outdated 1931 Act with a contemporary legislative framework which ensures efficient and effective management of interim duty changes. It maintains flexibility. This bill allows for refunds or adjustments in case the declared provisions are amended or not enacted, protecting taxpayers from undue burden. This bill also provides streamlined processes. It streamlines the processes. This bill clarifies that tariff classification changes are not required for temporary duty implementation, potentially simplifying the administrative procedures. So, sir, overall, this bill is a very important bill that has come, and at the right time. We from our YSR Congress party support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Manya Ajodhya Rami Reddy ji. Honorable Dr. M. Thambi Durai.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Honorable Minister has brought the bill, makes up an amendment or rectifying the already existing bill, the Provisional Collection of Taxes Act 1931. Sir, recently we have come across the Law Minister has brought so many repealing act he brought. We are still having in our Constitution what is the British people created, the old acts. Nearly about 360 statutes is still pending. It is one of the, I think this act is also prevailing in that. There is high time the minister has brought that certain changes, amendment in this, appreciate and that. So especially, as other members said, when the budget is presenting, then after its passing, that is a gap is there. At that time, this kind of speculations by putting unnecessary speculation and making certain taxes, that will create some problem. Their collections are creating problem. Therefore, the government has come forward to rectify this system, how to help the people already paid or excessive that paid, how to help. Same way this, especially customs and excise department, this kind of thing, as our other members said, especially export and import, that kind of things, our economy will stabilize, very, very important, I appreciate. So second thing I want already, when we spoke before the GST at that time, said, Inspector Raj, our member also said, Rajasthan from, our member said, Inspector Raj. Inspector Raj is still, states are there, some states. Especially in Tamil Nadu, Inspector Raj is there. Even though central government is having GST like that, but they are taking some other form how to collect the money. For example, sales tax department is the state subject, it's still state, they are under control. I thought Inspector Raj, in that, they are unnecessarily going and harassing the people and putting fines and collecting money. I want to know from the ministry, our minister, whether that collection also come to GST for that sharing, I don't know. That minister's reply, when their sales tax department, state government of Tamil Nadu, putting fines and raiding certain companies or many places, that tax of money is coming. That money, whether it is coming to the GST pool, I don't know. I want to know from the minister whether the state government itself, Tamil Nadu government own takes and using that, I don't know. That is what that clarification also I want to know from the Honorable Minister. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Manya Shri Ram Bhai Harji Bhai Mokaria. Manya Shri Ram Bhai Harji Bhai Mokaria. Please.
सर, आपको मेरे को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली, आपका आभार मानता हूं मैं। जी, ये जीएसटी का मोदी साहब ने सरकार जो जीएसटी माननीय मोदी सरकार ने धन्यवाद आप हूँ सर गुजराती में बोलूँ છું મારી માતૃભાષા તથા મોટી બેન શ્રીમતી સીતારામજી વિત્તમંત્રીને પણ ધન્યવાદ આપું છું. માન્ય સભાપતિ, જીએસટી આવવાથી દેશમાં સૌથી મોટો એક ટેક્સ અસ્તિત્વમાં આવ્યો છે, એનો મતલબ વન નેશન વન ટેક્સ. માન્ય સભાપતિજી, જીએસટી પહેલાં દેશની જનતા ઉપર અનેક અપ્રત્યક્ષ કરનું ભારણ હતું. જનતા ત્રાસ અનુભવી, પરંતુ દેશના દીર્ઘદ્રષ્ટિવાળા મોદીજીએ પ્રજાનું દુઃખ સમજી ભારણ દૂર કર્યું અને જીએસટી પ્રજાના કલ્યાણ માટે અમલમાં આવ્યું. માનનીય સભાપતિજી, વિરોધ પક્ષનો વિરોધ હોવા છતાં પરંતુ આજે કર કલેક્શનમાં દિન પ્રતિદિન વધારો જોવા મળે છે. લોકો હકારાત્મક રીતે સ્વીકારી રહ્યા છે, સામે ચાલી ટેક્સ ભરી રહ્યા છે. પરિણામે દેશના વિકાસમાં ખૂબ જ ઉપયોગી થઈ રહ્યું છે. દેશ ચારેકોર પ્રગતિ તરફ કૂચ કરી રહ્યો છે. વિકાસનો રથ છેવાડાના માનવી સુધી પહોંચી વિકાસના મીઠા ફળ પ્રજાને મળી રહ્યા છે. આ મોદીની ગેરંટીવાળી ગાડી પૂર ઝડપે જઈ રહી છે. માન્ય સભાપતિજી, ટેક્સના આ લોકો ઉપયોગી સરળીકરણ ટેક્સ જીએસટી માટે પૂર્ણ ધન્યવાદ આપું છું. ટેક્સ કલેક્શન પણ ખૂબ જ વધવામાં છે. તેના કારણે દેશનો વિકાસ ચારે દિશામાં થાય છે. રેલવે, નેશનલ હાઈવે, પોર્ટ, બ્રિજીસ જેવા ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચર વગેરે ડેવલપ થાય છે. સાથે સાથે દેશની 140 કરોડ જનતાને પાયાની જરૂરિયાત મોદી સરકારમાં પહેલી વખત મળી રહી છે. ટેક્સ કલેક્શન પણ દર મહિને 1,50,000 કરોડથી પણ વધારે ઉપર જવા જઈ રહ્યું છે. જીએસટીના કારણે દેશના ગરીબ, પછાત, આદિવાસી લોકોનો પણ પ્રથમ વખત ખૂબ જ વિકાસ થઈ રહ્યો છે, જે ખૂબ આનંદની વાત છે. શિક્ષણ, સ્વાસ્થ્ય, અનાજ વગેરે મફતમાં આ દેશની ગરીબ પ્રજાને મળી રહ્યું છે. વિરોધ પક્ષ માત્ર ખોટો વિરોધ કરવા, પ્રધાનમંત્રી, ઉપરાષ્ટ્રપતિ, રાષ્ટ્રપતિના પદની ગરિમા જાળવ્યા વિના મહાનુભાવોના પદનો વિરોધ કરે છે, જે ખૂબ નિંદનીય છે. વિશ્વમાં આપણા મહાન ભારત દેશની છબી ખરાબ કરવા પ્રયત્ન કરે છે. માટે 40 છે, 40માંથી 20 થઈ જશે. ધીમે ધીમે આ જ કામ કર્યું તો 20માંથી 5 થઈ જશે. આ ગૃહમાં હાલમાં જે લોકો વિરોધ પક્ષમાં બિરાજે તેને ફરીથી જો આવું જ હોય તો દેશની લોકોની સેવા કરવાની જરૂર છે. નહીંતર જે હાલમાં સંખ્યા છે તે પણ 1/4 થઈ જશે. ફરીથી મોટી બેન નિર્મલા સીતારામનજીને તથા મોદી સાહેબને ધન્યવાદ આપું છું. ઝારખંડમાં હમણાં જ કંઈક 350 કરોડથી પણ વધુ કેશ રકમ આપણા દેશમાંથી ભ્રષ્ટાચારની રકમ ઇન્કમટેક્સ રેડમાં પકડાય છે. આપણા મોદીની ગેરંટીની ગાડી જ આને કહેવાય. મોદી સરકારમાં માતાના ગર્ભમાં બાળક હોય ત્યારથી માતા બાળકને સરકાર તરફથી સેવા મળે છે. જન્મ બાદ પોષણક્ષમ ખોરાક, આંગણવાડી, બાળ મંદિર, સ્કૂલ, હાઈસ્કૂલ, કોલેજ, ભણવા જવા માટે સાયકલ, પાયલોટ બનવા માટેના કોર્સની સબસિડી, લોન, આ બધું જ ગુજરાત સરકાર અને કેન્દ્ર સરકાર આપી રહી છે. મારું કહેવું એવું છે કે આ સરકાર પ્રથમ વખત એવી સરકાર આવી છે મોદી સાહેબની કે માતાના પેટમાં બાળક હોય ત્યારથી એની ચિંતા કરે. અને અત્યારે આ જમાનામાં જે કોઈ વડીલ અવસાન પામે તો એના અંત્યેષ્ટિની પણ સેવા મોદી સરકાર કરે છે. માટે હું એમને તથા મોટી બેનને ધન્યવાદ આપું છું. ભારત માતા કી જય, વંદે માતરમ. સમર્થન આપું છું.
ધન્યવાદ માનનીય શ્રી રામભાઈ મોકરિયાજી. Honorable Dr. K. Lakshmanji.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. I stand here in support of this bill introduced by Honorable Finance Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitaramji. This is regarding Provisional Collection of Taxes Bill 2023. The bill may be very simple, but it has got very significant role because it not only simplifies and helps not only the government getting revenue, but also help in the overall development of the nation and even the poor of this country. So the Provision Collection of Taxes Act 2023 is being introduced to give immediate effect to the increased on newly imposed tax and empower the government to collect such taxes provisionally for the interim period. That is the period between the introduction of the bill and enactment of the bill. The interim period is limited to 75 days only. Sir, as far as Modi ji is concerned, he strongly believes in reform, perform and transform. Whatever the reforms are being made that are truly implemented and strictly implemented to perform, and finally to see that that transformation takes place. The government is very active and swiftly take action the decisions or acts made by the government. It's a very transparent and accountable governance we have been witnessing for the last 9.5 years. There is no such middleman role. There is no scope for Dalari Vyavastha at all in this administration. Yes, we have been seeing all such stuff, acts being now enacted. This bill replaces the erstwhile provisional collection of 1931 Tax Act. So you can imagine, within a span of this 9.5 years, hundreds of acts have been made for the convenience of the administration. So every rupee collected by this government, sir, we have been seeing how it's been spent to the welfare of the poor and even for the development of the country. Prior to Modi ji coming to power, India is supposed to be the 10th economic country in the world. So in spite of all odds, and we have witnessed the COVID and even that Ukraine-Russia war. Modi ji being a visionary leader, though he hails from a very poor family, he had a vision. So now India is supposed to be the 5th largest economic country in the world, but for his visionary leadership. The reserves which we had spent more on infrastructure, and we have seen almost 27 lakh crores of rupees have been directly being sent into the accounts of the poor people of these countries. So for the last years, we are witnessing Bharat is supposed to be the fastest growing country in the world. So the growth rate is almost 7.6%. So now the Bharat is being called as the growth engine of the world. Now the inflation, prior to Modi ji, it was 10.8. Now it's supposed to be 5% only. By 2027, we visualize the consumer market will be doubled. So you can imagine how the country is marching fast towards the development. And I, being represented from UP is supposed to be called one of the Bimaru states in the country. Now you see, UP is the second largest economic state in the country now. This is but for the double engine Sarkar, Modi ji and Yogi ji put together, which has got double impact we are witnessing in this UP state, sir. So our beloved Prime Minister, he always thinks of next generation. But our critics, our opposition parties, our regional parties, they only think of the next elections. That is the difference between Modi ji and other parties, sir. You see, we have seen in the recent past elections, how people like auction, they announce guarantees. One says 2,000, one says 4,000, one says 5,000. But finally, people have believed only in Modi guarantee. What Modi ji says, he does it. We have seen the results of last 5 elections. Everywhere, the BJP and Modi ji's this development and welfare of the poor has been impacted. We have seen 13.5 crore people from the below poverty line have been come up, and now they are into the middle class, sir. This is a change we see. So this is being part of economic reforms. This billing is brought by our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji. I wish and I support this bill and see such more reforms in the larger interest of the country. By 2047, we can see that India is going to be a developed country. When Modi ji becomes third-time Prime Minister, India is going to become a third largest economic country in the world, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Now, a message from Lok Sabha, Secretary General.
Sir, with your kind permission, I rise to report that the Lok Sabha at its sitting held on 20th December 2023 passed the Telecommunications Bill 2023. I lay a copy of the said bill on the table.
Dr. Anil Bonde ji, last, okay. You will not speak? Okay, thank you. Now, Honorable Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji to reply the discussion.
So thank you very much, sir, and I thank all the members, 7 of them who have spoken on the bill. It is a small amendment, technical amendment, but essentially the law which existed since 1931, which is called the Provisional Collection of Taxes Bill 2023, is what is essentially coming in this form now. There are no major changes at all to this bill. As it existed since 1931, we carry forward. But then why are we bringing here? It is part of the larger relook at all the bills so that any colonial past residues are in these acts. We want to remove them and make them reflective of modern India, the new India that we are trying to build. And in this particular bill is very essential. Even before it was essential, it will be essential even now. Why is it essential, sir? Sir, that partly also answers the question raised by Sri Amar Patnaik. When taxes are levied during the budget, sir, and it becomes a part of the finance bill along with the budget gets introduced and read out to the House on 1st February every year. But post that, the Parliament committees, Parliament itself, both Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha discuss it. Rajya Sabha returns it after being passed by the Lok Sabha. But there is a certainty about it in that every proposal, for instance, on the direct tax, which is income tax, let us say, when brought in through the finance bill, gets effective from 1st April. That is the new financial year. Whereas there are taxes which are also levied in the name of customs duties and also excise, which are taxes levied on goods and services. Now, having announced it along with the finance bill in 1st February, if we wait till the effective financial year, 1st April, that period in between the gap can lead to a lot of speculation, can lead to a lot of exploitation in terms of goods which are kept in some place and so on. So we start the collection of tax from the midnight of that day itself. Otherwise, the speculation can hurt the market, speculation can lead to customers suffering from it, and export-import at the port can be misused. So that in very common language is the purpose of this provisional collection of taxes bill. As it is, to levy taxes, sir, Article 265 of the Constitution provides that no tax shall be imposed unless or levied or collected unless there is an authority of law. That authority of law, with a law that is passed by this House, August House, is the one which will empower the government to collect the tax. It is this law, which is the Provisional Collection of Taxes Bill, which when passed as law, which existed as law, which exists till today, is the one which gives that authority to the government. Now, why do we want it provisionally? Meaning, anyway the finance bill is going to get passed in the House, and once it is passed, it becomes complete authority, you can collect. But in the middle, interregnum, why do you want a provisional authorization? As I said, it is only because we want to avoid speculation. And during the period of introduction and enactment of the bill, customs or central excise duty, where such duty rates, for instance, are increased beyond a statutory rate and then gets approved by the Parliament, In between, when you go to collect it, there can also be a questioning of authority. You've increased it, the Parliament has not passed it. After it's passing, it will come into effect only from 1st April. How are you coming to collect it? So I need that legislative backing for collecting the customs duty from that midnight itself of the budget presentation. That is why, sir, the reasons again which I would like to underline are to provide tariff protection to domestic industry. Sometime you want to protect the Indian industry, you bring it with immediate effect. Then they would say, well, how did you bring it with immediate effect unless there is a legislation which I can invoke? So it is to protect the domestic industry on an immediate basis, moderate prices, meaning when the prices are going up, I need to moderate it, I need some immediate action, so I come up with taxation. And also, as I said earlier, to avoid speculation in the market. Oh, today the announcement has been made, it will come into effect only from 1st April. In the meanwhile, I can hoard the goods. This should be avoided. That is why, sir, we have always relied on this provisional tax collection, but it also has one redeeming factor, and that is whatever is done here will have to be, that which is brought immediately with sense of urgency, will have to be approved by the Parliament within 75 days. So then, within 75 days, when that is approved, I can go ahead collecting it further, like the way I've done during the interregnum. But if that approval doesn't come, it also tells you that you have to refund the money back. So this provisional collection has its own safeguards, at the same time gives authority to the government, legislative authority to the government, to collect, to avoid speculation, to control prices, to avoid also illegal practices such as hoarding and speculation, and so on. So that is as simple as it. This is the purpose of this bill. I would like to submit to your consideration and to the House's consideration so that it gets passed. Sir, there's just one the response that I would like to give beside the whatever is contained in the bill. Amar Patnaik ji seems to have asked, why are you coming up with a separate bill? It can be a part of the finance bill itself. So I want to say the very explanation that I've given here is the reason why it can't be part of the finance bill and wait for it to get cleared till 1st April. Wait for it to get cleared when the second half of the budget session happens, when after the committee meetings and everything else, I come to the House to get it passed. Again, that interim period will go without any cover for the collection, and that is why it can't be done through the finance bill. It has to be a separate act. And also, he said, why would you want to introduce it in the middle of the night? Why can't it be the next day? The same thing, sir. Once the new sun rises, the next day, it will also give them more time for speculation. So I hope that addresses the concern raised by the Honourable. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, the question is that the Provisional Collection of Taxes Bill 2023 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up clause by clause consideration of the bill. Clause 2 to 6 stands part of the bill. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clauses 2 to 6 are adopted. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Clause 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Honourable Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji to move that the bill be returned.
Sir, I rise to move that the bill be returned.
Motion moved that the bill be returned. That the bill be returned. Those in favour will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is returned. Honourable members, there are 28 permitted special mentions for today. As all the members concerned are not present, I suggest that the special mentions of those honourable members who are present may be deemed to be laid on the table of the House. Consent? Thank you. The approved text of the permitted special mention of the honorable members who are present now shall be treated as laid down on the table as per the consent of the House. I'll just read their name. Honorable Sri Irana Kanadi, concerned regarding beneficiary of Pradhan Mantri Kishan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Sri Kamakhya Prasad Tasa, Dr. K. Lakshman. Dr. Kamakhya Prasad Tasa, concerned over damage caused by elephants. Dr. K. Lakshman, request for Honorable Sri Irana Karadi, present? Not present? Sri Kamakhya Prasad Tasa, Honorable, present? Present. Dr. K. Lakshman, present? Okay. Sri Naresh Bansal ji, present? Mani Sri B. Lingaya Yadav ji, not present? Dr. Anil Sukhdev Rao Bonde, present? Sri Biplav Kumar Dev ji, present? Not present. Dr. Amar Patnaik ji, present? Not present. Honorable Sri B. Vijay Sai Reddy, present? Not present. Dr. Sikandar Kumar, present? Present. Sri Sadanand Seth Tanwade, present? Present. Mani Sant Balbir Singh ji, absent. Dr. Fauzia Khan ji, absent. Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, absent. Sri Lahar Singh Siroya, present? Present. Sri urgent action required to restore Bengaluru glory. Ms. Indu Bala Goswami, present? Present. Demand for CGS Wellness Center in Kangra, Himachal Pradesh. Manishri Dhananjay Bhimrao Mahadik, present? Present. Manishri Kishan Lal Pawar, present? Present. Manishri Bijlal ji, present? Present. Mani Dr. Sasmit Patra ji, present? Mani Sri Ramchandra Jhangra ji, present? Present. Mania Srimati Kanta Kardam ji, present? Present. Present. Demand to develop Hapur as a spiritual city. Mani Sri Karen Rajesh Kumar, not present. Mani Sri Vijaypal Singh Tomar, present? Present. Mani Sri Sushil Kumar Modi ji, present? Not present. Mania Dr. Kalpana Saini ji, present? Present. Mani Sri Bhuneswar Kalita ji, present? Present. Mani Dr. Lakshmikant Bajpayee ji, present? Present. Dhanyavad. Mani Sri Irana Karadi ji, present. It will be treated as present now. Mani Sadasyagan, the House stands adjourned to meet at 11 a.m. on Thursday, that is the 21st December 2023.